Coach, thanks for making time here with Mike Dice. Going real well. Super happy that you're making some time. We'll get you in and out, but we're super stoked to talk to you. There's a lot going on in your world, so it's a great time to chat with you. First up, I said we gotta give you a chance to talk about. We were talking earlier actually about your fighter, Michael Bisping, turning around and accepting a fight with Kelvin Gastelum. So I'll tell you what I was saying. Clearly, Michael Bisping is just like a warrior on a whole nother level, right? Like I saw an Instagram post you put out there saying, "Hey, when coaches say their fighter's a real fighter, sometimes I think, oh, that's cute," because you clearly justifiably have a lot of respect for your guy. I am worried though, because that's fighting 3 weeks after getting choked unconscious.
I knew you would be worried. Nobody's gonna be more worried than Elias. I know that. I knew that when you were commenting here, because I'm getting the worry word conversation going on right now.
Well, tell me why. Tell me why it's still a good idea, and you guys are excited about this.
It's not that it's a good or bad idea. It's the spirit of Michael Bisping. That's just the way it is. And I was talking about it earlier as well. I mean, Mike's at peace with whatever decisions he makes. And he's the type of guy that he just doesn't. He rather ignore the negative in the past and try to focus on making something positive in the future. So is there health concerns? Of course, there's always health concerns. Mike, when he originally called me, he said, and he wanted to call Dana to accept this fight. Yeah, I'm not hurt at all. Nothing bothers me at all. I'm not hurt. My head too. I'm completely fine. And I mean, in all reality, and you probably know this as well, Elias. I mean, guys get knocked out in the gym a week or two before the fight.
Yeah.
A lot of times. That happens more times than you know about, than you even think about. It happens. It happens more times than not. And in all reality, there is obviously a concern. There's always a safety concern, but he's healthy and he feels good and he feels all right about it. Is there, an emotional concern because of the adrenaline and the exhaustion of all the promotion leading up to the last fight? Sure, but there's also a lot of conditioning there along with it. So, there's no perfect answer to any of this stuff, and of course. Should I be concerned? Yeah, but should I be excited and positive and go in there to help my guy win the fight? Of course, that as well. So, once the fight's accepted, it's not my job to sit there and be worry-war about it. My job is to go in there, with the best mind frame we can go in there with. So worry-war usually doesn't. And I'm not picking on you on that. It's just worry-war isn't the frame of mind that I can have.
Yeah, of course.
Or carry with me,
Yeah, that makes total sense.
It's too late for that.
Yeah, right. You're right. They're professional fighters already. It's already a dangerous life. The whole life of it, of course. That fight. I mean, that.
Oh, it really is.
Yeah, that fight. We want to move on to some other stuff in a second, but that fight was, obviously didn't go your guys' way. So we're sorry for that for you all. But I mean, it was a great fight and one that I had Bisping up on, and not only did I have him up on the cards. St-Pierre was clearly at a different point.
He was going the other way.
Yeah, he was going the other way conditioning-wise compared to Bisping.
If we got in that fourth round like 5 stars, I mean, it would have, could have, should have, and did whatever, ifs, ands, and buts. So it doesn't really matter, but I know, did it make both of us and myself, of course, cringe a few times during the week after? Just going, God, we could have won that fight. Yeah. But it's neither here nor there.
Sure.
And I think that's and Mike knows he could have won that fight, and Mike knows that, he fell short there, and it is frustrating, and he wants to get that out of his head. And he feels the best way to do that is go get another fist fight.
Yeah, that's what makes him a real fighter. Yeah, absolutely. I know, Mike, you wanted to ask a little bit about what's going on next with Cyborg. We see Cris posting that she's getting tested, that she's training, and she's just waiting for an opponent. We don't know why it's not Holly Holm.
Yeah, there's so much discussion about UFC 219 being the next time Cyborg was going to fight, but then we see reports that the fight's kind of fallen out. Is there still hope that she fights before the end of the year?
Well, I mean, I happen to be sitting here with her right now at lunch. And her manager, hey, George Parillo, Cris Cyborg's manager, hey, you're on the air right now. Hey, who's next fight? You have an idea, though. Yeah, it might be me. But hey, I might happen to be at lunch discussing it the next one. Do you want to know? Let's just tell you so you can be the guy to let everybody know in the world.
Yeah, that works for us.
I want you to be the man.
That works for us. We've had Cris on here before.
Yeah,
she can call us anytime.
Please. Thank you. No, yeah, we're sitting here right now. We're talking, yeah, something's going to be happening here soon.
Cool.
Like, so I guess it's not my job to open my mouth about it. But, there's definitely something exciting in the works, for sure. Cris Cyborg's a champion. I've been in the middle, so gun to my head, we're going to see her fight here real soon.
That's awesome. Last question for you before we let you go and make those exciting plans.
And eat.
And
lunch.
And I guess that's important, too. RDA, we've seen we're following you on Instagram. You're working with Rafael Dos Anjos. It seems like you're real high on him. How's the camp going? What do you like about what you're seeing from him in the gym and the attitude he's giving you in camp?
Well, and that's it too. It's his attitude that I really like. Does he have a lot of physical capabilities? Of course he does. There's another spirit that I've been starting to connect with that I dig. There's another guy's a real fighter. The real fighter. The difference between him and most of my other fighters is, he doesn't say a lot. He's not going to sit there. He's not a guy to spit a lot out of his mouth. But I think he feels good. Since he's gone up to 170, I think he feels a lot stronger. He feels faster with these guys, and there's another guy like all my fights I got lined up, and all my fights I don't remember the last time. Other than Cyborg's the only fighter that I have that I go into a fight where we're not the underdog. For some reason all my guys are going against Robbie Lawler. Yeah, he is. But I still am real confident in that fight. I just think that RDA is just in a better place of mind than I see. My problem is I'm still getting to know RDA. Am I high? Of course, I'm high on my fighters. I'm talking about them in the most positive light that I can. Am I bullshitting? No, I do see a lot of potential with RDA. I don't know him from the past. We didn't spend time together when he was fighting at 155, and I just started really working when he bumped up to 170, and again, it's a work in progress, and it's a getting to know an athlete in progress as well. It's hard to you got to spend a few fights, I think, with a guy to really get to know. Everything he has. He's obviously a champion. He's obviously got a champion heart. The way he performs in the gym, the way he's performed his last couple fights, he's hungry and he wants to win, and that's what you need most of all. And as far as being high, I am high on him because I like his spirit and I like his personality. Sometimes for me, I'll take a C-class fighter sometimes over an A-class fighter because of their spirit. Because I want to, as a coach, I want to see what I can gain out of this guy. Sometimes these A fighters, they can train with anybody and do fine. They can be all right with anybody they work with, really, because they're just, some of these guys are just, that talented, really. But sometimes their personalities is something I want to spend years on end with. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
And RDA is one of those personalities I don't mind being around, and I want to try to see if I can help him develop the best RDA he could be.
We were led to believe that his fight against Lawler was going to be a number one title fight, but there's all this talk of Tyron Woodley defending the belt at 219. Do you have any thoughts about that?
Yeah, I mean that's what we were thinking the same as well. I mean, that's the way it sounded like, and yeah, I mean, but it's a funny business, isn't it, Elias? I mean, fuck. I mean, you never know who's fighting for a title at times. I mean, but he's at least right there in the mix. He does beat Robbie. He is in the number one slot position at that point, and he definitely deserves a title shot. Is he going to get it? I hope so. He's got to get past Robbie obviously first, and I hope he does that as well. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, you got Woodley. I mean, who are they talking about Woodley defending it against?
I mean, the names that are being thrown out are so ridiculous. I don't know if you'd believe them if we told you.
Give me one for fun.
Nate
like
Diaz.
A fun one.
Nate Diaz.
What the fuck? I think I did hear that. That's heavy, man.
Complete
I mean, God
rumor.
bless Nate.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't hate Nate for getting that opportunity at all. God bless him. You know, but really, I mean, and that's what's frustrating, I think, sometimes for some fans as well, is because there are people that are diehard and actually educate themselves on the sport. They get the idea of an understanding of rankings and the whole 9 yards. You know, so that makes it a little frustrating, I think, for people. But I mean, it could be exciting. That's a great fight for Woodley as well. I mean, but
yeah, it is.
Man, that would be interesting. So, well, you know, it doesn't mean that RDA beats Lawler. Doesn't mean that he still won't be next in line after that one as well. But we'll see. You know. Well, it's hard to get your mind right. It's hard for me to get my mind. I'm always just thinking about what the next fight is, and then we can get kind of a little bit more concerned about the future.
Well, as you should be. That's the right focus to all these people and more that you're coaching. Lucky to have you in your corner. We're lucky to have you on the show. We'll let you get to lunch. In our corner. Thanks for being on the show again, Coach. I really appreciate it.
I'm lucky to be in your corner, guys. I appreciate it, man. Always good talking to you guys. I appreciate it, man. Have a great day. Huh?
You too. Take care, brother.
All right, fellas. All right, bye-bye.